Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a super cool DIY upgrade for your Kia 2014 1.4 petrol model equipped with Bosch ME17 9.11 ECU. This vehicle is great, reliable, fun to drive and built to last. But here is the thing, many versions like my own car don't have cruise control from the factory. It's a bummer on a long highway drives, right? Well, good news, adding a cruise control is way easier than you might think. I know what you're thinking. Is this going to involve complicated wiring, ECU flashing or a ton of tools? Exactly the opposite to French cars, where these mods can be a nightmare of custom coding and headaches. With this Kia, it's super easy. And I was also skeptical about it at first, but trust me, it works like a charm. With minimal fuss. No need for professional help or some kind of expensive new parts. Let's get into it. This should take about 10 minutes or less to explain, but the actual install might take you around 30 minutes to maybe an hour depending on your experience. First off, the key point here is to replace both the clock spring and the steering wheel with ones that have needed buttons. The clock spring is that spiral cable behind the steering wheel which allows it to turn while keeping electrical connections intact for things like the airbag, the horn and now your new cruise control buttons. You can't just add buttons to your existing wheel like this one. You need the full setup from a donor car that had cruise control as an option. The best way. Go to second-hand parts, check out junkyards, online marketplaces like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, or even Kia forums for some kind of used steering wheels and clock springs from higher spec Ceed models. Make sure they are from 2014, like in my case, and compatible for 1.4 petrol with Bosch ECU. They should match up perfectly. Expect to pay around 50 to 150 bucks for the pair, which is way cheaper than new OEM stuff. Once you have them, you're golden. Alright, safety first. This involves airbags, so we're not messing around. Park your car on a flat surface, turn off the engine, pop the hood. Disconnect the battery by loosening the negative terminal with a wrench. Wait around 10 to 15 minutes for any residual power to drain out. This prevents the airbag from accidentally deploying and turning your garage into an action movie scene. Now, let's move inside the car. Start by removing the covers under the steering wheel. There are usually two plastic panels, one on the bottom of the steering column and one on the top. Use a Phillips screwdriver for the 3 bolts, then use the trim removal tool to pop them out gently. Be careful not to scratch anything. These Kias have decent interiors and we want to keep them looking sharp. Next up, the airbag. On the steering wheel, you will see 2 small holes or slots on the back side. Usually they are the 3 and 9 o'clock positions, and to be more precise, the top holes for one in the left and one in the right side. Insert a thin flathead screwdriver or a special airbag release tool into those slots to release the clips holding the airbag module. Push it firmly but carefully. You might feel a spring resistance. When released, the airbag will pop forward. Gently pull it out, but don't force it. Disconnect the wiring harness behind it. There is usually a yellow connector for the airbag itself and maybe others for the horn. Set the airbag aside, face up, on a soft surface, away from heat or anything that could set it off. With the airbag out, you can now access the steering wheel nut in the center. Use a socket wrench, it's probably a 21mm nut. Check your manual for that. Loosen and remove it, but before you pull the wheel, mark its position with some tape or maybe a marker for alignment later. Wiggle the wheel gently to remove it from the spline. Here's the crucial tip. Before removing the clock spring, this one, make sure to straighten the wheels. Turn the steering wheel so that the front tires are pointing dead straight ahead. This keeps the clock spring centered. If you make more turns in one direction while it's disconnected, it can go overwound and destroy it. And trust me, you don't want to buy another one. Now, the clock spring is that round, flat unit where the wheel was. There might be a few screws or clips, like in this case, holding it in place. Undo those and carefully disconnect any electrical plugs here and here. Lift it out slowly, keeping it level to avoid stressing the internal ribbon cable. The removal done. Fitting the new second-hand parts is basically the reversal of this operation, but starting with the second-hand clock spring and the steering wheel that has some more buttons, including cruise control and speed limit functions. Those extra buttons on the right side of the wheel, that's your on-off, set, resume and speed limiter controls. Sweet upgrade. Install the new clock spring first, plug in the connectors and secure it with screws or clips and ensure it's centered. The new one should come pre-centered if it is in good shape and from good dealer. Then slide on the new steering wheel, aligning it with your marks or the spline's natural position. Tighten the center nut to the specified torque, around 40 to 50 Newton meters, but double check your service manual. Reconnect the airbag, snap the module back into place, it should click securely. And reinstall the understeering covers. Finally, reconnect the battery. Start the car up and test everything. The horn, the turn signals and now your new cruise control. Head out on a safe road, get up to speed, usually on 5th or 6th gear and above 80 km per hour, and engage it. Press -/set button and enjoy lag-free cruising. If the speed limiter is there, you can cap your max speed for city driving or whatever. One quick note, in some cases you might need to clear any airbag-related error codes with an OBD scanner, but for this Kia model here it often just works plug and play since the ECU is compatible. If you run into issues, forums like Kia Owners Club are gold for troubleshooting. And that's it, folks. You've just added a factory-like cruise control to your reliable Kia Ceed without breaking the bank or your back. If you found this helpful, please smash that like button, subscribe for more DIY car hacks, and drop some comments if you try this out. Oh, and if you are into more advanced modes like chip tuning, DPF, EGR, AdBlue removal for sports custom-built cars, or you just need Bulgarian voiceovers for commercials or spots, or you need company presentations, check out my websites www.removimo.com for all your chip tuning needs and deactivation solutions, and bulgariansound.com for premium audio and voiceovers straight from Bulgaria. Thanks for watching, dear friends. Be well and drive safe. Peace.